Hi, all you viewers, be named later. How we doing? Oh my god. I've always wondered if one of these events would ever happen to me, and today it did. You know? I'm not sure if I'm going to put this in step parent or life vlog, but because it pertains to my kids, I think it's going to go under step parent, alright? You're going to see by the title, I'm going to call this Thanks, Karen. I have always wondered...
This is what Amber was talking about.
Sorry, child interruption. As you guys know on my channel, it happens a lot. So, as I was saying, I had often wondered if I'd ever have an encounter with Karen. Okay, how would it go? How would I act? What would the outcome be? All that fun stuff, you know? Because you catch these videos and you sit and you go, man, I swear I'd pop that, you know, I'd do this. Oh, I'd be all up in her face. So, okay, let me give you a little bit of backstory before we get to the Karen, all right? This is one of the days where my kids go to school. They are on half day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, half day afternoon. Wednesday, they're home for the full day. Well, my kids like to screw around until the exact last moment we have to get out the door to barely get to the bus stop. I know, it's everybody's kids, everybody's families, you know, you're going through the exact same thing, all right? It doesn't matter if I set the alarm a half hour before we got to get out the door, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. It always boils down to we're leaving the door 4 minutes before we got to get to the bus stop, no matter what time. So, you know, spring's here, and my apartment's split level. So the downstairs is always traditionally cooler than the upstairs. Today was one of those wonderful Washington days where you have sub-zero temperatures in the morning, where you're like bundled up in a coat, heaters going, you know, you got scarves and mittens inside your house, you're like, God, I want to get warm. And then in the afternoon, it's like you're in the sub-Sahara desert. Well, we're walking out the door, the girls got coats on. Until we got out of the shade, and then we hit the heat, and it was like, oh my God. So we got to the bus stop, and of course they asked the question I knew they would ask. Can I take my coat off? And we're going through the whole flight of the bumblebees. Strip a kid of a coat, open backpack, shove coat in backpack, put backpack back on kid, make sure mask is proper, make sure everything's going. Gotta be ready for this bus when it arrives. Alright, we go through that. The brat has this little clip-on snowman for her backpack. The only problem is the clip broke and she's holding it like a toy. You're not allowed to bring toys to school, so I gotta take it from her. I gotta stuff it in one of the side pouches on her backpack. And it's like, Amber, baby, you know you can't do this. We gotta go through this. And yeah, you guys know by watching my videos, when I get a little hyper, I tend to get a little animated. So all of a sudden this white truck pulls over. Seriously, pulls over like right in front of the bus stop. And I hear this, hey, mister! So I turn and look, and there's this maybe 100-pound Karen. Seriously, she's about 100 pounds. I look at her, and she goes, quit fucking yelling at your kids! Wish I was making that up. I'm tired. I'm sweating. I'm hyper because getting the kids ready to go to the bus stop. And I responded, hey, beep, move the beep on. I'm editing that because I already have my little one swear, and I know I gotta flag this properly, you know, when I go through the monetization stuff, they go, there's light swearing in there. But I'm thinking to myself, as she hits the accelerator and seriously spins out, and this is the best part, as I'm thinking, like, who in the F are you? What? The brat looks at me and goes, hey, Daddy, was that a Karen? And I'm like, yep. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, baby. So because she's doing that, I got to pull out the phone. I'm trying to call my buddy Bearded Life, trying to give him a laugh. I start dialing the phone. She goes, Daddy, are you calling the cops on the Karen? Because, like, I've seen TikTok videos where, you know, people are calling cops on Karens. And I'm like, Pop, what are you doing watching TikTok? And then at that moment, the bus pulls up. I'm like, we're going to continue this later. Ooh, yes, we are. Well, I understand Karen videos are very popular, and, you know, some of them, you just look at these things and you're like, what is wrong with you? I'm sitting and thinking to myself, you're driving along on a road. You don't know the situation, okay? You've got it in your head that I'm doing something wrong. In your parenting point of view, I'm in the wrong. So you feel the need to pull over and berate me. And I'm thinking to myself, well, pretty bold move there, Cotton. You weigh 100 pounds. How do you not know I'm some kind of egomaniacal piece of crap who's strapped and will put lead down range? But it caught me hilarious. So I had to call my better half and go, yeah, you're not going to believe this. We just had to run in with a Karen. And she's laughing, and I'm like, I know you used to drive school bus and you're a mandatory reporter and all that fun crap. But I mean, if you're driving down the road and you see a parent doing this, are you going to pull over and go, knock it off? And I will say the biggest reason I'm making this video is I hope this nice Karen lives in the Mount Vernon area. I hope you're a subscriber because you're stupid. I hope you're seeing this. Even my kids are like, you're not yelling at us. Why is she yelling at you? So yeah, there is an alternative side to this, and I probably shouldn't be doing this video. I know somewhere my buddy Pragmanis is smiling and shaking his head going, Chris, rise above it, Chris, rise above it, Chris, rise above it. Not today, Prag. Not today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. Because the utter humor of it, after I calmed down, after I took a nap, or as I like to tell my buddy Joe, I took a coma. Because, yeah, I'm at that age where your old ass sits in a chair, you lean back for a moment, and it's like 3 hours later, and you're like, what the hell? You know? But yeah, so I guess the other reason I'm shooting this is, what would you guys have done? You know, how would you have handled that situation? Because I got the kids off the bus, got them home. I'm like, okay, do we need to discuss that strange lady from this morning? And the brat's like, yeah, how dare she even think? I'm like, no. And this is how I explained it to her. I'm like, I'm grateful that there's people out there who are at least trying to protect children. She doesn't know us. She doesn't know everything going on. She should have stayed out of this one, but she took it on herself to insert herself into our life. At least you can be grateful that if Daddy was attempting to beat you, which I'm not, anybody from CPS is watching this, I would never beat my kids in public. Ah! I see. Yeah, you see what I did there? And no, I don't condone beating my children. That is like, yeah, no. But, yeah, what would you guys do, you know? Leave me your comments down below, because I'm kind of curious. Did I respond properly in front of my daughters? No. And I apologize to my daughters for using derogatory terms to a woman, period. Because I shouldn't have done it. I'm supposed to set the example of this is the kind of guys you want to date, the kind of guys you want to be around, the kind of guys stuff. I don't want them thinking that a dude berating a woman is okay. But still, yeah, Chris had a Chris moment with a Karen. I know, some of you are going, shocker! But still. Like I said, I'd like to know what you would do down below. So, we're not going to do the usual little YouTube things about, like, share, subscribe. Oh, hey, look right here, look right there, look. You guys know in in this series, I hardly ever do that. Okay? Unless I just get in a groove with batch filming, and I'm like, here we go, let's keep this rolling. I got that Undertaker thing in my head, but still. Yeah. So like I said, thanks, Karen. I really hope you're watching this. Go ahead, get offended. I don't care. I really don't. You didn't know the situation. You jumped in it thinking you're going to do something miraculous, and, well, you got egg on your face. But on that note, guys, I hope you're having a safe one. Hope you're having a great one. We'll see you in the next video.